Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Wednesday evening, or whatever happens to be your time zone. I'm SLdr Cody, and I'm Cody. Oh my goodness. Giving Krista the follows as she sneaks into the chat for a bit there. Oh my goodness. Congrats on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second J. Congrats on getting third Aqua. Aqua with the 99.1% at 106 sessions. Working on the next tenth of a percentage there. My goodness, I mean, I know it's exponential rules and all that stuff, and it becomes more and more difficult the closer you get. But like, my goodness, the percentages takes so long to climb up once you start getting up to the high percentages. Oh my goodness. Jay with the 54 sessions. My goodness, there's got to be a percentage appearing there soon. I mean, by the time you hit 100, it'll show you where you're at anyways. In fact, Cake just checked in for the 100th time. Now, Cake's attendance rate is high enough that it'll show up anyways. But 96.2% at 100%. That is pretty freaking good. That is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, we got the ads. We got the thunderstorm. The thunderstorm at the SES main base, which, heck yes. All for that. The 25 streak. Jay managed to maintain the 25 stream streak despite Twitch being really dumb with the streaks. Oh my goodness, I hope everybody on Discord survived the whatever the heck they did. I don't know what the heck happened with it, but apparently voice chats were an absolute disaster, and it was quite something to try and get things started up. Thank you very much for the pedal, Storm Cake. Look at all those pedals. A firm reminder that we are in spring. And that next week, the most violent redeem of the year will be here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're that close to April. Oh, ridiculous. Jay with the 10 out of 100. RNG likes to be rough days, apparently. Apparently I'm 80 out of 100. Whatever product I made wasn't made out of glitches. I don't know what it means. Shining Gem is worth going out of the way. Yeah, don't play with me as in the way that a pixie would tell you to play with them, right? Or a lot of fake kind, I should say. If they're saying to play with you, then it very well could be a play with you forever. Oh my goodness. I didn't do too good with the shiny exchange, but Jay did pretty good with the shiny exchange. Getting a 920 out of that 500 there. All thanks to the fourth roll, actually. The bird buff made the difference this time round. Cake getting a not too bad 61 out of 100. The potential range right there. The potential. Oh my goodness. There's Karista sneaking in. Always gotta have a Karista just secretly appearing there. Karista has an auto shadow, but it only goes off if she talks. And Karista is usually lurking in chat. Of course, if she's up here streaming, she's definitely not very quiet at all. In fact, she's a little dangerous. Oh my goodness. If I reach 100, there's no percentage. I mean, I put the variable macro in for a percentage, and it worked when two others had it. So I think the percentage will show. I'm pretty sure it will show. Watch it be like some silly, just barely out of range number, like 79 or something like that. Oh my goodness. With everything going on with my job, if I have one now, Rating is accurate. Oh my goodness. You know, I'd just love it if it was like a national law of some sort, like the minimum work kind of rule where you can't just keep somebody in a roster and have them sit at something like that. That's freaking bullshit. Because you know a lot of these dumbass companies, they just want they want people to quit so that they don't have to do severance pay or any of the the extra stuff that comes with terminating a long employee of sorts. An employee that's been present for a while. You know, that's why a lot of these companies do this kind of stuff. It's like my unemployment benefit that I filed only took 5 days to be activated. Well, it's either not a good sign or it could also just be, they looked at your hours and they're like, wow. Yeah, that may as well not be employment. What you really want when it comes to the companies and stuff is you want them to let you go, because that is much better. Because then it's them ending your employment, which tends to make you a lot more eligible for certain compensations. I'm not even going to pretend to know that I'm familiar with the U.S. and their things, because their states are so drastically different with every state. Their labor laws are so drastically different that I can't even begin to like keep track of, oh, what is what in this particular state. I know that Texas is one of the absolute worst ones for labor rules, if you want to even say that any exist over there. That's about it. Oh, and I think California has elevated rights for individuals. I think. I don't know that one for sure, but okay, the fact that your job position is unionized and all that stuff, I really hope that your union does take action, because that is just absolute bullshit. Any union that I've worked for in the past with the that hours stuff, they'd be furious about it. There definitely be some consequences going on. Unlike the run over union over in Alberta, the one that's supposed to represent all unions, I don't know what that joke of a union is, but they should just downright be embarrassed for not standing up for teachers. Yeah, where's your serious repercussions? That union is still sitting on their ass, not doing anything. What is it? What was it? The Alberta uh, Board of Unions? I what the heck are they called? I don't even remember. I just know that they're doing jack all, and teachers are still being forced to work in bullshit conditions. But teachers have to put up with a lot of shit. They really do. But the whole point of a union, the whole point of paying union dues, etc., is so that the union has people's backs. If a union doesn't do anything, they're not a real union. Udon, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. Everybody, make sure you give an Udon a follow. It is a fantastic time over there. I recently became broken in the dungeon over there too, mostly because RNG. This is typical RNG for me. It's called clumped. I call it clumped luck. What happens is I go a long period of time without good luck, and then all of a sudden several things will proc several times in a row. That's just how RNG seems to operate with me. It's a very grouped kind of experience. So yeah, I got 2 legendary things, and now my now my defense specific build, because I have multiple builds, which is saying something, because you can't automatically swap builds in Tengia dungeons. And now my survivability is over 100%, which means I'm essentially super armored. Oh my goodness. So now we've got 2 individuals with super armor. Jay's actually one of the super armored individuals. We've got somebody who's getting really close to getting to super armored. I'm just judging by how much damage they're taking, I think they're getting pretty close. But my goodness. Speaking of dungeons, yeah, that's one of the changes. Now you'll notice that you will notice that there is Tangia here, but there's only 1 interaction available, or is it 2? I don't know. They're Tangia dungeon related, because I had mentioned this a couple weeks ago, I think. I said if I was going to add Tangia for anything, it would just be dungeons. It is just dungeons. There's no other interactions, because I do have a standard on visual, well, not disruptions necessarily, but visuals. I actually don't like having like too much visuals. All the visual stuff, aside from throwables, you can throw them whatever the heck you want, because throwables are fun and they really don't get in the way. Like, I'm over in the corner, so we're not blocking too much of the content. This is especially important with me when it comes to any gameplay with story. One of the strongest emphases is Xenoblade Chronicles. I love the Xenoblade Chronicles story, and there's lots of it. Also, Final Fantasy XIV, aside from Post the Realm Reborn, which was pretty weak. Even Dawn Trial. Look, I have my complaints about Dawn Trial, but overall, it's still pretty decent. It's still better than Post the Realm Reborn. Not by too much. But it's not too bad. I mean, it also gives a character arc to a character I'm not the biggest fan of, because of something that happened, because of things that happened in Endwalker. I wasn't very happy with that character. You'll find out. You'll find out eventually. Next year, when we do the Final Fantasy XIV stuff, it's going to be Shadowbringers, because we're doing expansion by expansion. Shadowbringers is freaking amazing. After Shadowbringers, so that would be like the year after, is going to be Endwalker, which is my favorite, followed very closely by Shadowbringers. That's my favorite expansion, is Shadowbringers. Just such a good way to wrap up a saga. Even if the very first trial is bullshit right out the gate on normal difficulty. There's just a mechanic I really, really do not like. Also, it's extremely hard on healers, so we don't, like, I was playing through it, obviously, and a lot of other people were playing through it for the first time. So more often than not, during the first trial, we were having problems with like, healers can't make the healer check, because the healer check is so freaking aggressive. And if you're not ready for it, then the entire party, it's a struggle. Of course, now there's probably a pretty decent pool of healers who know what to expect from that particular boss, and there's actual guides too. And I know a decent percentage of people like to read guides. There's also a lot of people who prefer not to read guides, and like I said earlier, like when you're playing with others, don't assume that they've read the guide. Seriously, assume that they have not. If you see that prompt that tells you one or more players has yet to complete this duty, assume they have not looked at the guide. Because if you're playing through for the first time, you shouldn't be looking at the guide. Just take what it has to offer. Even though I think some bosses are absolute bullshit to go in and fight blind. Oh my goodness, but yeah. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV today, by the way, so it's all too fit in for me to yap a bunch about the expansions and all that stuff. Oh yeah, and we will eventually be doing Dawn Trial too. Like, we're year by year, expansion by expansion. By the time Dawn Trial... Actually, honestly, by the time we're in Shadowbringers, the next expansion could very well be announced or even occur during it, so... There's also that. Oh my goodness. That'll be interesting. But also, okay, so. I already mentioned the first change. Tangia dungeons are now a thing. I kept it at 50 biddies. I didn't want to make it 15 because then there's a very real possibility of having an endless queue of them. But I also didn't want to make it like 100 because who has 100 biddies lying around? Some of us maybe, but most of us probably not. So we got the 50 biddies thing. Now, because there's no Tangia redeems otherwise, the only voucher that can drop, and I made it that way too, is a dungeon voucher. So there is a small chance of a dungeon voucher. I actually added a few other custom things in there. Some from the community, and there was a few other things that I just added in because I have it in my throwable assets folder. I was like, well, why the heck not? I'll just add this anyways. I tried to do some resemblance of balance, except my balancing does not follow Tangia's. I think I made uncommon slightly better by at least one stat point. And what was legendary? I think it depends on the equipment. I think some of it was up to plus 30 in stats, and others it was up to plus 25 and plus 25, which I guess is just plus 50 for legendary. Like, stuff like that. I made a bit of a deviation in that. I made the legendary so that they're supposed to be somewhat over the top, because they're legendary, and the chance actually is super low of getting them. So if you get a legendary, big congrats, because that doesn't happen very often. So yeah, I've added a decent amount of stuff off of that, and hopefully... Oh yeah, and the odd item might be an exception and not follow typical rules. So there's also that too. Now I have not tested the audio. So if a dungeon runs, I'm gonna have no idea how the audio is impacted, but it is in the audio mixer, and it does have filters applied to it so that it cannot go over certain thresholds. It's subject to the same rules that the game layer is subject to, that the Firebolt notification is subject to. So there is that. If I do need to adjust it, I can just use the audio mixer slider on OBS. Is it on this scene? I don't think it's actually on this scene. I think you can only see it on the gameplay, etc., because I did not put it on the animations layer. I put it on the the layer that I still call overlay for some reason. I have one. But as with every Tangia dungeon and all that stuff, every channel, you got to start with no equipment, so I guess it'll still be iffy getting through dungeons with being deathless and all that. Want to make me a VIP? I have a set of criteria that I check every once in a while, and yeah, it's based off of a combination of things. And then there's also an extra factor that I put in as well. They met all the criteria, so I was just like, yeah, sure. The diamond thing just happens. Essentially, if you're enough of a regular around here, you chill, you vibe. Well, you don't even have to chill here for all too long, but yeah. Eventually, when you hit the criteria, I give out the VIP badge, and when the VIP badge is given hits a certain threshold, I actually raise the criteria dynamically, depending on how many badges are available. So it's a mixture of criteria that I don't keep complicated because that I don't keep simple because apparently I can't keep things simple. Just look at my Firebot. It's ridiculously complicated. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Also, I didn't even look at the check-ins here. So Helios got 44 sessions, building that number up. Omega's got 107 sessions, maintaining that 100%. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Tangia Dungeons. I could have sworn there was something else I added. It's time for some Final Fantasy 14. We just finished an ad break too, so we shouldn't have to worry about those getting in the way. Updating the Final Fantasy launcher. Oh, great. The hotfix for 7.45, which is the version we're currently on, was done not too long ago, so I'm going to have to update Final Fantasy 14. I should have done this while we were talking about weather. Wait, the update's only 34 megabytes. Okay, never mind. This won't take long. By the way, with the launcher, you can actually randomize which character's in the background, which I did. I was like, heck yes. Randomize between these characters. You can actually select which characters too. So, you know, if you've got your fair share of favorite characters. Oh, jeez. Ah. That was an RNG Krista. Oh, yes. Also, the seasonal event is available now. And Final Fantasy 14 is 50% off. The Complete Edition and Dawn Trial. Doesn't the Complete Edition include Dawn Trial? Well, Dawn Trial also includes previous versions. Wait, what is the difference between the two if that's the case? Is he leaving? Is he leaving? She actually heard somebody arrive, and it's around the usual time for them to arrive too, so she knows who's here. I'm just logging my character in. The auto unmute did kick in, so we're all good on that. By the way, I need to make sure the Tangia stuff actually does show up. Because I talked about it being available and all that stuff, but, like... Does it show up? Does it... It does... That... Yes, it does. And it does just show Tangia Dungeon. Okay, makes sense. Oh, I have to customize my character again. Hairstyle. I have to do this. This color. Like that, yes. There we go. Okay, I got my character actually customized. In the future, I noticed there was a channel point option. In the future, I think I will add a channel point option too. I'm not going to make it very cheap channel-wise, though. What would biddies be worth if you converted them to silver pieces anyways? Well, I gotta figure that part out. Hey, let's see how accurate I was this time. Hey, Twitch, there's this source. It's called Final Fantasy 14. Why do you not know how to detect Final Fantasy 14? Yo, I swear OBS just really thrives on being annoying. Can I get Final Fantasy 14 on my freaking screen? OBS really freaking annoys me sometimes. OBS, you piece of crap! Capture my freaking window! Bro, this thing is so dumb. OBS, quit being a freaking joke of a piece of software and capture the freaking window. OBS is so freaking dumb. Capture the bloody window. You know, sometimes I really dislike using OBS just because of its sheer idiocy and its inability to actually capture stuff. No, that's a capture card. Of course you're good at capturing the capture card. What does Firebot target in terms of... Okay, hold on. Red button. I want to check what sources it targets, because if it doesn't target Final Fantasy 14 directly, then I can probably get away with deleting the entire source and re-adding it, because OBS apparently isn't a capable piece of crap when it comes to capturing software now. Stream animation, I think. Right button. Okay, what do you target? Button effects, upside down. It's a separate effect called screen flip. Nope, Fancy 14 is targeted. So I can't remove that source, because then I have to fix a whole bunch of stuff. How do you refresh this miserable software? That does not refresh it. If that refreshed it, the stupid thing would show up. Okay, what's the executable name? They shouldn't have changed the name of Final Fantasy XIV's executable, because that would be a very stupid thing to do. I highly doubt they did. Why the hell is Final Fantasy XIV not even showing up on the processes list? There it is. Restarting Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, Final Fantasy XIV, can you actually run like you're a functional... can you run... I guess, I don't know, do something different so that OBS stops being stupid and actually acknowledges your existence. Only had to restart the frickin' entire piece of software because apparently OBS is too dumb to detect software sometimes. Okay, gonna go back over here while we get ourselves logged in again. Probably had something to do with Final Fantasy XIV doing the administrative privileges thing to update. Okay. Oh my goodness, the game actually exists. Yeah, what do you know, OBS? All you had to do was search for the freaking executable and display the executable. But apparently that was beyond your capabilities and I had to restart all of Final Fantasy XIV for it. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of those quests on the side, but that's not our focus this time around. Our focus is having to dismount because of the dumb New Game Plus rules. OBS puts the BS in OBS. Oh yeah, this fellow was like, all right, we're back. We're back to say we're serious. Yeah, say again. Who would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel, and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel. Oh, you can carry. The better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only it was so simple, Master. Tazura Ranuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Major Tech. Great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I have made them to kill Imperials. Bring me my steel and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armories who can help. At least we get to blow things up. Hey! Abandoned Major Tech? What is with them abandoning Major Tech? Boom! See? Did they really have to make this take forever? Ba-boom! I could hear that ba-boom from here. See, now imagine if your level was like level 74 or lower. These fellas... Well, this fella's actually not even facing us well enough. I don't think he can see us. A number of enemies are visual based, but there are some that can hear you instead. I think the ants are an example of that. Ba-boom! See, when they go ba-boom, I made it. Ba-boom! Ba-boom! Boom! Hey, hey! You have so many You have the many plates of steel I demanded. Show me. Here you are. So then you are committed to your cause, dress the villagers as soldiers, and marching off to war. Stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Now. No need to play the. No need to join the quitter arc. Lord Cain and Lord Ain, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. Not in our hands, on our hands. It was Lord Cain who saved us. Spared us the worst when the Guardians came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside, without second thought. All to win their trust, or to serve as their puppet. Restore to his throne year. Later, the paper tiger. Yeah, that shame he must have felt, but no matter. He would suffer it for his people. As a life, wait a minute. A life as slaves is better than none at all. He believed, but not us. Back in my day, we were made of more stern stuff. No, they clearly injected the blood into their hands. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action. If only a little.
Meow.
Oh, silly munchies, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Welcome on in. 10 years of preparation, of machinations. So careful would be yet. Yeah. Burned for our foolishness. Not for that of Lord Cain. Mosen. The Enclave. They were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all. You're wrong, Master. We're still here. We are still alive. Lord Cain too lives on in our hearts, and in his son. For Lord Cain has returned. Lord Cain, alive? It cannot be. You lie. You lie. It's the truth. I came back to Doma to help fight for, her fight for freedom. Well, come on in. Of course, the sectoral captain's gotta say hi, tush. That is just a sectoral captain thing that they're like. Could it be? My Lord Cain yet lives. Oh. Ooh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes, yes. I must heat the forge and begin to work at once. 10, 100. How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. I'm fired up. And was there with Tush when I walked back in? It's an high to Tush. Go figure. You know, Karista likes doing the examine. Karista likes examining. Krista is not afraid to mention them curves if there are them curves. It's a very Karista thing to do. Meanwhile, the sectoral leader is studying people's body language to the point where he can predict like the next 10 actions that they'll do. Oh, now I have to talk to Lise. Hey, Lise! Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Peace and I will help find Tsurunuki. Will help Tsurunuki finish the armor. So you have no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you could find. Let's do a little minion roulette. What minion are we going to have this time? We have the Fox Kit. Which is also something you get by fighting the world boss of this area. So my character's hip. An ice tome. Well, technically, it's actually the augmented encounter in Lilies, which isn't really the best gear. This is level 90. This is high-end Endwalker. This is not Dawn Trial stuff. But it has a glamour on it to make it look like Shiva's Diamond Grimoire. Glamours, the ultimate endgame. Wait, isn't there a person usually standing around here? You don't see anything. Horse diving underwater. And then losing track of, oh, there we go. Lost track of where we were. In we go. Gotta speak with multiple people. Everything is in order, sir. Under Lord Gosatsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Haynes' instructions to me were quite clear. I need only to transcribe them for the benefit of our Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Hayne, if you're eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Help! No. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured, everything is in its place. And everything is fine. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. Ha! And to hear them mutter... one would think I intended to stride upon the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I'd hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You'd be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart for Monzen at once. Alright, Off we go. Around this... Well, actually, we don't get the notification thing all the time. Monson was once home to many great and powerful families. Men of honor, samurai, once. Great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Come, I would take a closer look. Wait, this is better without the UI. Hold on. Except now I don't know where my objective is. Oh. No sentries. At least of the living sort. The shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, full of life. A river of people, with a current all its own. And even then, the Imperials walked among us. Sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. But we were always of their presence. And we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe. But at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor place for such dark musings. Though they did serve to remind me of the barracks, which once stood to the west of here. Where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down the street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at water's edge when you have finished. Anyway. Okay, there's supposed to be a gathering point down here. Where is it? Oh, that's a porksy. This is actually one that you get from a certain tribe. In Shadowbringers. The Pixies. Alas, I found none, not of value. Did you? Looked like a corky. Still sheathed in this scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across the Filmas. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuzu. Though father spent most of his time there, I did not. I may only have visited him there on half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember remember the view from the keep. Doma seems much smaller from there, like you could hold it in your hands. Oh my goodness! Welcome on in, anything with that, aka Corey, with that 54 sessions, 88.5%. Shall be lurking, no worries there. Have a good lurk, have a fun time. Well, Monzin, at least. Doma is much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, onto the shore of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. And also researching. I think my stress is causing me to be sick. Stress can definitely do that. Not the land of the soil, but the story. And what life if not... and what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk. Day after day after day. The story of our mothers and fathers. Our families. And our friends. Our people and our nations. I think a part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Cain, the son of Cain, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with even a finer view, but in the end, in the end, Cammy, strike me down. How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of Fewis at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved, and I know how. I'm also thinking about trying a series where I play games on a PlayStation. Wait, PC? Oh. As I need something else to do to try and take my mind off of it. One step at a time, all that good stuff. All trophies! Yes. All trophies %. Oh, wait a minute. Well, let's not try to make it a speed run. Oh, my goodness. I didn't mention this. I have trail mix now. I think the Costco doesn't know how to restock things. I'll never be a game speedrunner. I don't think a speedrun is going to be my plan anytime soon. You have to research routes and all that stuff. And it's very involved. Wow. I love the quick open tab when it doesn't work at all. Okay, I have to awkwardly open this trail mix because...
Stretch those shoulders.
Apparently. Here we go. Full care package. Including water that is bottled because our tap water right now smells like pool water and I am not willing to drink that. Woo! There we go. Water for now. I think once we've progressed far enough into spring, the pool water smell should hopefully go away. And hopefully they'll stop dumping a bunch of chlorine into the water. Yes, thanks for the care package. Relatable. I decided to do do salt water to rinse toothache Makes sense.
クリスタ
Very valid reason to clear things. I love Scotland. I have amazing water. Oh, heck yes. I'm all for good quality water. Okay, I'm getting my snacks in. Okay, stretch. I'm curious on how many pops I'm going to get this time. That's 2 already. Oh, 3 pops. I was expecting a little more, but no worries on there. Oh my goodness, it actually... The sectoral captain actually hybrid a word this time. Watush. Okay. Went fishing growing up. We had ice in a freezer box and got mountain water fresh and put in. What a combo. Oh my goodness. Mountain water is very good quality. Rosie, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Look at that. 51 sessions with that 96.2%. Heck yes. I hope life has been treating you well. It was the best water I've ever had. Hey, if we go far enough west in the prairie region, we do get pretty close to the mountains and the glaciers. Of course, now is not a safe time to go to the glaciers. Most of them, if you want to actually go and like visit them, well, the touristy part anyway, you have to go down Highway 93. Highway 93 is closed for very good reason. Lots of snow right now. And the avalanche risk is probably elevated in a lot of sections too, so yeah, I wouldn't go down that highway right now. There's a fuzz on the top of my microphone here. Alright, Ain, what is this revelation you found out? On second thought, Cody, I asked that you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alphanud to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Kojan embassy be in attendance as well. She'll join you anon. Alphanud! Alphanud! Ain had a revelation of some sort. Well, that rainbow tiger. Tiger? I'm excited to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It feels like forever since we played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the first one already. But didn't we open up with Xenoblade Chronicles? Yes, I'm pretty sure we did. Yes, we did, but it didn't last very long now, did it? I think. Wait, when did we wrap up Xenoblade Chronicles? I don't even see a spot for the finale. I see part 6 and then I don't see it anymore. What the heck? Well, either way, Xenoblade Chronicles did not last nearly long enough. Oh my goodness, Hemlock, thank you so much for the pedal storm. Also, welcome on in, Hemlock. 99 sessions. You're also 1 session away from getting the 100th session message. Okay, let me minimize this and... Oh. Yeah, sure. We'll bring this screen back up even though I don't need it. Lord Hein wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well. If he insists, I shall summon the others at once. Sangi! Welcome on in! 28 sessions, 84.8%. That is a pretty nice number, actually. I love the pattern. It's also all factors of 4. Each digit is a factor of 4. As for the Kojin, I believe one of the emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them again to make sure. I shall contact them to make certain. I hope your time zone's been treating you well. Things have been pretty good so far. Unlike last week, I'm feeling well this week.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
Ah, this is voice acting.
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
A familiar face.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for
Nod.
coming, Solomon. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Oh yeah.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
Huh. Well then.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
Victory!
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised stratagem and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete.
All right, we're blowing
Once we
things up.
receive word from our
Okay.
Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
Freshly opened trail mix tastes so good. So, Yaguri, what do you think about this revised plan? No plan is perfect, and there is ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you were unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gates, not I. My place is at Lord Hine's side. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Namai. Tsurunuki's working hard and is doing what he can to help. And maybe there's more I can do. There is more that I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. Woohoo! Alright. The plan is set, and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount, but tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not into battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend. Remember, the sectoral leader only actually rests once every month. You'd say the magic is restless. And he is mostly made out of magic, so makes sense. It's the shiny exchange. With really bad with bad multipliers apparently. I think the warrior one's the only one that actually has a multiplier there. .2, yeah, 0.2 multiplier, that makes sense. Crows were not so generous this time around. Thorban informs me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it for me to refuse. Oh look, you got two Waluigis. Which means that you get a pretty good amount of shiny pieces back. Ah! We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend. Will my dreams be haunted? Or will I actually be able to rest?
Well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
What, catch them curled up sleeping or something like that? What? Or catch them not sleeping and tell them, hey, go to sleep. Ah, they sleep. At table.
Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
And then and then there was no rest.
Good. I should be interested to know his thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day.
I will hit the spacebar button. We do have ads about to
A
start.
defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father.
Okay, I'm going to pause the text here because I have a feeling the ads are about to kick in very soon here. It says soon trademark. Who the heck knows? Can I move this window? I'll move it over here. And then we will wait. Hey, look at that. There we go. It is windy at the SES main base right now. We are going to wait for the stinky ads to go away. And while the ads are in progress, I'm going to sneak in a shiny exchange. And what if I go 999? Then it's going to give me that lemon appears way too much. Seriously. And then the crows are going to give me a mediocre amount back once more. Typical crows. Karista always... Karista doesn't really, like, show up when I do the shiny exchange, does she?
But...
Not nice crows, nope. Tush nice crows. I mean, maybe the crows do have nice tush. Who the heck knows? I'm not one to study crows in that way. Maybe Karista is studying crows to see if any have good tushes. I don't know. Mind you, she's probably looking for crow parents. Like, parents for each crow. I just know. Oh my goodness. Krista studying the figures of all sorts of creatures and being like, this creature would get along very well with this particular creature. It's spring. She's probably busy drawing couples together of various different species. Main storyline, the sectoral leader's not actually interested in partnerships and all that. Well, technically he does have a partnership, and it is a canon partnership, but he very much separates professionalism from intimacy and all that stuff. Very much a separate thing. Also, this part with the Amelia woman creeping me out. I actually have no idea what I like how the game used full white mask to make it look like the bone of her skull. Oh! Oh my goodness. When you're doing the dungeons, there's actually sort of a darker story with one of the NPC adventurers who are in it separate from your party. That Edda person, there's actually sort of a dark thing that happens there in one of the early dungeons. And you have to, in order to figure out that particular story, you have to do Palace of the Dead, which is an optional deep dungeon. And in fact, the Tamtara Deepcroft is the dungeon that events unfold in. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. I'm going to close this window, and the voice actor is going to continue. This cutscene is voice acted, so it's not voice acted for me. It is professional voice acting. Thanks for the random Quebec.
Did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said, for my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves.
I hit the microphone with my microphone.
Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms.
Hey, Krista, welcoming people with open arms. Those arms are about to secure you in a hug.
right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, Yugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
Oh yeah, the sectoral leader doesn't exactly. Oh wait, I already established this. The sectoral leader doesn't exactly rest. Oh my goodness. Sectoral leader does not consume alcoholic beverages, but it's like, first of all, it wouldn't do anything to him. Second of all, he doesn't get it. There's some finer things in cultures that the sectoral leader does not get, or does not fully understand. There he is. I trust that you are none worse to wear after last night. We received confirmation from the Kojin not long ago. Their sappers stand at the ready and await our signal. Let us not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alfred, instruct Lisa and the others to move into position and launch their attack. Our scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly, lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I'll relay your orders to her and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monzen. Good luck, my friends, and I will see you both again soon. Alright. We're gonna aim right here. Hello, destination. I would like to speak to you.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. Are you ready?
Oh yes. Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
One of those pitchforks ready. Pitchforks ready.
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted...
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack!
Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter. We need reinforcements.
Pitchforks will pierce the armor. Exactly. Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah, Huntling Shell makes noise as Elise kicks him. As Elise kicks that Imperial in the face. Flying jump kick! Exactly.
This is Lee's. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
Distractions. Ah, here we go.
Ah, war. To wield power, to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling.
Ah, here we go.
A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Preening, Oreneer. You fear that you will put the sun in shade. Those are for you. Go, claim your prey.
Birds! Sorry. Right on to the other one. There we go. Cascade bonus.
Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Why was your cast noise the teleport noise?
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind!
Oh wait,
Make
no,
an
I guess that
offering
is
of their
the
steel to Father Azim!
that is the cast noise. It's just weird to hear that cast noise in a cutscene. Oh, it's when you're casting teleport, that is. The teleport cast noise, there we go.
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
Figured they would.
My lord, the barrier!
That it should fall so
Go on.
soon. Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
Oh yeah, here we go. And there those go.
The wall is breached. The Kojin too will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle.
Let's go get him.
With me.
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. He would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings of a fool. Speaking of which, how fares my brute?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owleth. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use. Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash. The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared of his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
Again they come to make you kneel, to make you grovel and suffer. But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
You saying you're not going to be around by the time we get to the end? Oh, hey, that was a S rank in the Central Highlands. Could have easily taken that. Could have easily had somebody steal the pole too. That's a problem with the Realm Reborn S ranks. You know, I wonder if the hunting community has successfully expelled that particular user who would always cause problems amongst the hunting community. Or maybe found just the right cards to make it so that they've broken the rules. Because I know there's a lot of people who aim to do that to players who continuously early pull with it intentionally. Because the act of early polling is technically not against the game's rules. Even if you intentionally do it. I think it should fall under player griefing. Oh my goodness, but the cool parts about finding all the hunts instead of that and relaying them, etc., etc. One of the cool parts about all of that is that you'll always come across similar names. Because there are folks who are dedicated to the hunting of the elite marks and all that stuff. And usually when I relay like a world boss or something, there'll be at least a few familiar names that show up. Aye, there can be no doubt. The Viceroy is trapped. And so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock. And do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Cody. There. I gained enough height. Before we go into this dungeon, I'm going to do a quick BRB because there is this thing known as food that is going to be ready. Then we will dungeon. We're going to finish this up with a dungeon. This dungeon is called... prepare to be surprised. Doma Castle. Greetings and well met, my friends. Climb aboard, climb aboard. There is room enough for you all. Cody, that we might improve our odds of success, we will divide into two parties upon arrival. One composed of myself, the other you, Gosetsu, and Yuguri. Given our inferior numbers, we must needs finish the battle quickly. And so, while you and yours draws the enemy's attention, I shall steal over to the keep. Lest you worry, I've been to the castle only a handful of times. My father saw fit to drill its layout into me. I could find my way blindfolded. But even should one be met with misfortune, the other will reach Yotizu. Agreed? Then let us be about it. For Doma. Doma Castle is now accessible. We are now going to do a BRB, everybody. I will be back shortly with more Stormblood and with Doma Castle. Wait. No. Move back over here. Yep, there we go. We move back over there. See, if I open Twitch with another browser, the screen is black with the buffering symbol. There's no sound, but only the CC is working. And it's only the browser. I can only see stream here because it was working fine just a moment ago. Oh, what the heck? Browser specific. Wonder if the browser rolled out a crappy update. Either that or Twitch somehow corrupted the cache again, which Twitch has definitely done that before. Okay, so food was indeed true. We do have a dungeon to get done, though. So I have the food here. We're going to enter with a party of NPCs, naturally. Gosetsu. Domin Shaman. Somebody we don't know. Stranger Danger. And Yuguri. Ah, there we go. It's Doma Castle time. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go with my image that actually works this time. Imagine that. Oh, hello. How would you like a death flare? I can't remember who it was, but they were having the same issues and the VPN got it working. What the heck? Couldn't even require a VPN. Freaking Twitch. Okay, I guess everybody's attacking this target instead. Trying to figure out who's attacking who is, like something.
Now fall.
Okay, you just said that. There's our first set of troublemakers out of the way. It's AoE time. But I still had one charge of Garuda. One charge of Build Lady. Go get him. Metal toys will not stop us. Exactly. Go get him. Just as I lose the Garuda summon. One more attack after it was already KO'd. Here, I'm gonna stay right at the edge. Lure the AoEs and keep them away from the party. Yeah, good stuff. I don't need to use any of my summons. There we go. Joke's on you, Sky Armor. We're on the ground. And I'm a caster. So, joke's still on you. Alright, get ready. Pretty. Pretty lights. Wait, is this the right way? Yes. Well, it didn't end him. Yosetsu, you're supposed to say that when you're about to KO somebody.
Now fall.
Don't fall later, fall now. There we go. Go get him!
Now fall.
Yoink. Throw away. There we go. And no explosives gonna distract me. It actually missed me. Hey, that now full, the enemy listened to you. Isn't it nice when they listen? No, like, targeted middle. Thank you. Not that dumb move. That move does absolutely nothing at this level.
This blow shall end you.
Oh, at least I got to get one charge over. An unusual machine. Yes, it is a very strange looking machine.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
Oh, I don't even have to move. I love free free DPS.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Why do none of you move over here? No. Stack with me over here where it's safe. There we go. Hey, now they actually did the mechanic. Last time I soloed the mechanic. Oh. There's two. Oh well, doesn't matter. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for visiting Doma Castle. Please come again. I love it when things run out in the middle of casting them. I'm just instinctively remembering the correct path. I could have guessed the wrong path a few times here. NPC tanks, by the way, they never pick up the aggro on time. They always wait for some reason. Or they always go for a single target aggro. Never understood why. It's a door. Well, one of them's close enough to get hit by my AoE. Wow, those two shadows are very late to the party. Hey, Yaguri, can you pull those two closer so that my AoE... Okay, or we could just annihilate them too. There's that too. Oh, hey, it's this fella. I get some nice explosion decorations beside me.
We go together!
Now fall!
Yeah, okay. Amazing. Ah. Can you guys not stand where I am so I don't have to move away from you?
We go together! Die! Die! Die!
Why are you walking towards me? Bye-bye. Oh, great. Something got tossed into my armory. Ugh. Because I had to get something else. That's a minion drop of a minion I already have. Coward is gone. We have defeated Coward.
Have you aught to say for yourself? For what you have done to
VPN did not work.
your people?
Yeah. Bit of a long shot.
My people, he says. The precious lordling beloved by all come to confront the wicked witch. My parents taught me no better. They woke me from dawn to dusk like an ox or an ass or some other beast of burden. Until, that is, my brother spied a chance to transform the family fortunes. And so I was married to a vicious old drunk, who beat me as he pleased. And when I pleaded for help, I was told to grin and bear it. For the family, for him, for everyone's sake. They pretended not to notice, but they knew. They knew! What did it matter? I was nothing to them. Less than nothing. I wasn't of their flesh. I wasn't a fellow Doman. I wasn't even a person. I might just as well have been dead. And then my husband passed away one day. And so I was sold off yet again to pay his debts. But this time, I found a way to live for myself. To survive as a spy for the Empire. Oh, those were the days when the scales first fell from my eyes. No longer would I be a slave to my parents or my husband or the pleasure house. I would be free and receive due compensation. That would be enough, I thought. Until I saw a Doman in the road, beaten and broken. And my heart skipped a beat.
Why the heck are the ads about to go again? Get out of here. Get snoozed.
At my feet, groaning in agony, sobbing in despair. Powerless, helpless, hopeless. A vision forever seared into my soul. Oh! There was nothing I would not do to feel that joy again. To bend this cruel, twisted world to my whims.
End the world.
Now,
Crushing a water
having
bottle.
borne witness to my life's work, have you aught to say to me? "'Twas kind of you to lend me your ear, my lord. But now it is time for us to conclude our little tete-a-tete with a final game of chance. Who shall stand, and who shall fall? Let the die be cast."
This was her plan from the first, to bring the keep down on our heads.
Nice try.
I will remember your words. We must flee. Order our forces to withdraw.
I was about to say, don't stare at the ceiling. Well then, okay.
Go, my lord! While you still can! I cannot hold it forever!
No! We will not leave you behind!
I don't think there's much time to debate this.
Deliver Lord Ian and the others to safety! Now! Forthwith! I shall manage on my own!
Oh, that, and, yeah. You'll probably, like, magically appear again. Oy, oy, oy. Haha, you ran out. Now, why didn't you...
No.
You're all quite something.
Not you or anyone
You're all quite something to not remove her weapon. Seriously. Quite something.
"'Tis not this old frame cannot bear." Go now, all of you! The day is won, and the morrow beckons.
This isn't over. But we do have to leave for now. Let's get going.
Do not despair, my friend. Never before have I felt so alive. My eyes unclouded, my purpose clear. This is right.
Go, Setsu.
Hey, you guys! You guys, there's a...
You never failed us.
It's...
Not once. You served my father faithfully. And I'm a better man for your guidance. And the Doma we build together shall be better for it too.
Also, let me make sure I stop raids so I don't get raids on the last 5 minutes or so. I don't know how long this cutscene is.
Be proud.
I'll bet support T cutscenes may get long.
I am Shun.
Oh my goodness. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Hien! Hien!
Hien, get your ass off from under that roof!
You cast the die. Gambling was never my vice.
Dice? Screw that.
How merciful the gods that I should
Throws
find my
dice
time.
away. Throws dice away and then proceeds to do a shiny exchange.
Kasetsu? We must turn back now before it is too late.
Hey, look, I got a match from Dimenda. How, interesting. I wanted to see us like ride in one of those the projectiles that got thrown out by that. Just like woo!
That was his wish.
I will deliver you to safety. The others are waiting.
We didn't even escape in style. How are we supposed to get extra style points for this? Okay, I'm gonna put one more snooze here because we need time to wrap up the cutscene. Deal with the fact that we don't have Gosetsu with us, which is freaking bullshit. Because the circumstances are such bullshit. But, circumstances are always bullshit. Super purple chickens. There's a green chicken in this game. I see. I see too. I see that we need to head over to this screen here. I don't even know if we're in a sanctuary. I don't think we're in a sanctuary, so I'm just gonna like teleport to it. And I'm gonna send you guys off to somebody else. Who the heck shall I send you off to? I think it's been some time since I've sent you over here. Why do I have so many tabs open? Let me just give things a check here. I want to see when the heck did I last head over here? Raids only. Beep 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 beep. I figured it's been a little bit since I've sent you in the direction of Anchalot, so let's... 4 months ago? No way. 2 months ago it makes sense, but... Okay. Well, I'm gonna send you guys off this way. Well, this will be interesting to see if the screen works in a raid. Doubt it. If you see the banner properly, it might actually work. If the banner is blank, then it probably will not work. So I guess we'll have to see. I'm gonna get the raid to Anchalot started here. Thank you very much, everybody. There's the there's the top 3 who are getting bonus gold pieces for winning the passive race. I'd like to thank you for joining, everybody. The first raid message is for subs. But in the event that you don't have a sub, just underneath, that's a raid message that anybody can use. Feel free to use either or heading over to Anchalot, everybody. I hope you have a lovely time zone. The next stream is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look forward to... I forgot what I put on my Thursday. Oh, Fantasy Life Casual. Except it's going to be planned this time, and it should hopefully be 3 hours, and it should hopefully be without... well, we don't have the capture card anymore. We have a new capture card now, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore. Oh my goodness. Well, everybody, take good care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. If your water smells like chlorine, don't drink the tap water. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Also, don't forget to keep being yourselves. That's a pretty important one, too. We will see you next time. And no worries at all, everybody. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't trust my water in the slightest. Alright. We will see you next time, everybody. Have a good night. Nighty night.